Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm filming with a little bit of like a fun shirt today. This is a shirt that my sister got me. It's like this dinosaur shirt that I find myself obsessed with. I absolutely love it. It pictures my personality perfectly. I don't know in what way, but I feel like it does. I'm going to be sharing with you guys my highlighter collection, and I'm doing this for the purpose of like just reintroducing myself to a lot of these formulas. I haven't used all of these highlighters in quite a while, and I kind of like wanted to look through my collection and sort of like evaluate which highlighters I liked and which ones I didn't, and sort of like share with you guys some highlighters that have really stood out to me and some that haven't. You guys might have recognized this overall on my channel, but I have been trying to be a little bit more aware of the makeup I own and what I'm using and what I'm not. And basically I would say that my goal in general is to make sure that I'm actually using my makeup collection, that I am cognizant of what I have and how I like it, and that I'm just appreciating what I have. I'm pretty much aware of like most, if not all, of the makeup that I do own, but recently I've realized that there's some products in my collection that I am not getting a lot of use out of, and I feel like it would be a good idea for me to go through like each category and just reintroduce myself to the products that I have not really been using that much, and just tell you guys about some things that I have been using a lot of, and to just give you guys my opinion on certain things, reintroduce myself to my collection, because there are some categories, for example eyeshadow palettes, that I already know what I have and what I don't have. I use a lot of eyeshadow palettes. Of course, there's some ones that I don't use that much of, and I'm trying to like fix that, of course. But a category that I really feel like is neglected in my collection, a category that I really don't use too much of, is highlighters. I love highlighters. I have like a whole bunch right here, but I don't use them that much, and I kind of wanted to take the time in this video to go into each and every single highlighter and talk about them, and just sort of like reintroduce myself to them, and just see if there are any highlighters that I need to use more, and ones that I already know and love and can give you guys a little bit of an opinion on. So this is going to be a little bit more of a casual video, so that's why I'm sitting right here, my dinosaur shirt. And yes, I do want to say that I am including highlighter palettes in this video, but only highlighter palettes that have just highlighters in them. I'm not going to include like contour and highlighting palettes, because I feel like that is a category in itself almost. But yes, I'm going to be including highlighter palettes in this video, and I'm just going to get these two out of the way because I have used them a lot, and you guys know that I really do like them. I have featured them both in my yearly favorites for 2018, which I will link up there if you guys are interested in checking that one out. But this is a sleek highlighting palette in the shade Solstice. And this is what it looks like right here. You basically have 4 different shades. One of them is a cream that I personally do not like and do not touch, but these 3 are absolutely phenomenal. They're so beautiful. They really give the face a beautiful blingy effect. I think that if you have a light to medium skin tone, that this palette is beautiful for you. I feel like if I'm like a little bit on the darker side, if I really have like a very significant tan and I go a little bit too hard with this, then it can look a little bit too light, and I kind of have to be careful about that when I'm a little bit tanner. But I feel like right now this highlight palette is beautiful, for me at least, and I have used it, especially lately, in several of my videos, so you guys probably have already seen this. Then I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. This is the Dream Glow Kit, and this is what it looks like right here. I'm just going to open it for you. You probably have already seen it on my channel and heard a lot of buzz about it. I absolutely love it, and I've used it to death. I use it on my face and my eyes. This you can't use on your eyes, I believe. Like it says right on the back. It says avoid contact with the eyes. If product gets into the eyes, rinse well with water, which is why I don't use this anywhere near my eyes. But a lot of people use this as eyeshadow. I'm one of them. I just use it on my lids. I haven't really used it in my inner corner. I don't think I've tried it like that, but I just use it on my face and my eyes, and I absolutely love it. Then, okay, comes another product that I haven't used that much of. This is from JD Glow Cosmetics, and this is in the shade Ice Ice Baby number 9. And I truly believe that this is something I really have to use more of because this is a pure white highlight. Let me swatch it a little bit for you guys. Don't know if I'm wrong or not, but I feel like my issue with this and the reason I haven't used it in such a long time was because like the first or the second time I used it, I decided that it was too chunky and I didn't really like it. But I have seen like a lot of like good feedback on JD Glow Cosmetics in general, and I want to try this out again. So I'm gonna make sure that I try this out because this is such a beautiful highlight. Again, it's a pure white highlight. I don't really have anything like this in my collection, or at least I don't have a lot of white highlights in my collection that I can think of, but I absolutely think that this is a highlight I should be using more of. Then I have this highlight from Hard Candy. This is the Glow All The Way highlight in the shade Tiki. Now this, I think, again, is a highlight I really should get into because this is like a highlighting powder almost. It doesn't even show up in a swatch because this is pretty much like the most natural looking highlight that I own. You put it on and it gives you like this soft sculpted appearance. It doesn't even look like you're wearing that much highlight. I haven't used it in a while, but I do know that when I was using it, I absolutely loved it for a very subtle highlight. Whenever I use highlight nowadays, I'm usually looking for the highlight look. I don't want to look too natural and I don't want to look too powdered. I feel like this highlight is more appropriate if you wear foundation, if you like to wear, like if you like to bake, if you like to contour on a daily basis. I don't do that. So this highlight, if I put this on my bare skin, because I don't really wear foundation on a daily basis, but if I put this on my bare skin, it would look powdery. It wouldn't look good. So I haven't really used it in a while, but I think I should reintroduce it into my looks because it is a really nice highlight, and I would think that this is the beautiful highlight that if you have mature skin, this might be one to try. It's drugstore, and I, again, want to sort of get to know it a little bit more, or get to know it again before I really make any kind of recommendations. But this is a very subtle highlight. Doesn't have a lot of like metallic blinginess, a lot of shine, but it's really, really pretty from what I can remember. So I just really want to get back into it. Then I have two of the Wet n Wild Hello Halo liquid highlighters. You guys know I love these. I use these all the time. I think that I have to sort of come up with a way to use them on my bare skin a little bit better, because I've looked at videos and a lot of times when I use it without foundation, or even with foundation, but especially without foundation, my skin looks a little greasy. But on the whole, I really do like these a lot, and you guys know how much I love them. I'm not wearing them today though, which is rare because I wear them all the time, and I have gone through so many of these. These give you like a very subtle looking highlight, especially if you are looking for like that liquidy, for like that very blended in look. If you want something that really has like the soft reflect, if you want something that's absolutely inexpensive, this is beautiful. I've used them on the center of my face and on my cheeks. I use them all the time, and I especially like using them as a highlighter base because I find that when you just apply them on your cheeks and blend them out really well, they give you that very soft, very sculpted appearance, and then you can go in with a little bit more of a blingy highlight on top and really make your cheekbone pop. So then I have this highlight right here. This is a Mary Luminizer from The Balm. This is a classic. It is a very it's a very powdery highlight, I definitely would say. This is a step away from what we see now all the time. Like this is pretty much it right there. Like this is like a very subtle looking highlight, and I will say that it gives you a beautiful sculpted appearance, but it is like a powdery highlight. So if you want the wet look, if you want the very blingy look, this is probably not for you, because this is, like I said, a very powdery kind of old school highlight. Still like it a lot though. I still use it every now and then. I should get into it more, I will say that. Then I have another highlight. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder. I should use this more. I really should. I should use this more because I haven't used it in a while, and I forget. I'm even forgetting like what I thought of this, because I think I did like it. Okay, this is what it looks like right there. It might be a little bit too dark for me currently, but I will try this out and I'll see what I think of it. This is a highlight that I'm wearing on my skin today. I'm wearing this on the center of my face, and then I'm wearing it on my cheeks, but I put another highlight on top. This is the Urban Decay Afterglow in the shade Sin. This, I think I'd characterize it as a powdery highlight because it's basically like it doesn't give you a ton of reflect. I would call it like a medium bling highlighter. It's not like blingy, but then again, it's not natural looking. It's a highlighter that will give you a highlight. This is what it looks like right here, but it's not like super reflective, you know? It's a nice like mid-range highlighter that I really do enjoy. I like it a lot. I think it's a good highlighter. So if you're looking for the highlighter effect, but you don't want to go out looking like bling fest, this is one that I really do like. I haven't used it in a long time, but I used it today and I really do like the effect. Then I have another one that I really need to get back into. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Highlighter in Exposed. And oh my gosh, I know for a fact that this is a highlighter that I should get back into because this is like this beautiful light gold champagne-y color. It's so pretty. See how reflective it is? I should use this more often. I really like it a lot. I should use this more often. Then I have the ColourPop Super Shock highlight in the shade Lunch Money. This is something I really didn't like. That's a garbage truck. This is something that I really didn't like too much when I was first trying it out. And I kind of put it back into my collection. I was like, okay, I'll try it out later. Haven't tried it out since. I know. Highlighters, I use like only a few highlighters that I absolutely love, and then the rest get completely neglected. I know. That's why I'm doing this video, so I can remind myself to use these more. But this is something that Nicole Renee Cutler, I believe, really likes, I think. I might be wrong. I might be getting her mixed up. But I do know for a fact that a lot of my favorite bloggers really like these highlighters and really like this shade in particular. So I kind of really want to get back into it. It's kind of like, it's a putty kind of texture. And this is what it looks like. It's right there. Thanks, garbage truck. Bye now. It's not like super reflective, but it's an interesting highlight. I think that, you know what? I think I should try this out and wear this without foundation and see how I like it. I have a whole stack of highlighters I don't use. Oh my gosh. See, this video is actually quite embarrassing. Then another highlighter. This is the e.l.f. All Over Color Stick, and this is in the shade Persimmon. Can't pronounce things for the life of me. I know for a fact that I really don't like it as a highlighter because it is quite, it has like a little bit of a weird slip. It has like a weird color to it. It's just a weird product in general, but I keep it around because I really like it for like cool kind of editorial looking makeup. Which I really should do more of, by the way. And I think that it looks really pretty on the eyes and on the cheeks, like for like, again, a really cool editorial look. So that's why I keep it around. But as a highlighter, it kind of sucks because it has like this weird, like slippery texture. And yeah, it also smells kind of funky. But yeah, I really do like it for kind of like cool, sort of like avant-garde makeup. So that's what I keep it around for. Then I have the e.l.f. Baked Blush, and this I used to really like. Oh my gosh, I should get back into this. This is the e.l.f. Baked Blush in the shade Pink-tastic. Now this is supposed to be a blush. I think it's a fantastic highlighter. Okay, I've tried out all the other baked blushes that they offered, and I hated all of them, but I loved this particular one because of how beautiful it looked as a highlighter. I'm not even sure if you can see that too well, but it's such a pretty highlight. It looks very unassuming even in the swatch, but on the cheeks, ba-boom, beautiful. And again, I should wear this more often. Then I have the Dior Nude Air Luminizer. I don't use this that often because luxury makeup on my channel is not really my thing, but I got this when I went to New York for the first time, and it's like a luxury product, and it's pretty much the only luxury product that I own, but it's a little bit more of a keepsake item. It reminds me of a city that I'm absolutely head over heels in love with. It reminds me that I really want to go back there again to hopefully live there one day, and you know, it's such a beautiful like little keepsake item, and I don't like using it that much because It's, again, quite expensive. It's a decent highlighter. It's actually quite an excellent highlighter. But I have other less expensive highlighters that I prefer to spotlight on my channel, so that's why I don't really use that often. Then I have the NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator, pretty standard one. It pretty much is the same as the Wet n Wild, except the Wet n Wild tends to be a little bit more reflective, but I use this every now and then when I get sick of the Wet n Wild ones, and it's pretty decent. Then I have the Becca and Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop Highlight. What an old school product. This, okay, if you have never seen a swatch, here's a swatch of Champagne Pop. It is iconic. This, I believe, started the whole mainstream movement in which like everyone was obsessed with like the champagne-y kind of highlight. This is it right here. But yes, it is a really soft, buttery, really reflective formula. Haven't used it in a while. Really should. I've said it so many times in this video, but it's true. What is wrong with me? I don't know. You know. But yeah, it's a really nice highlight. It's a very old school product. I'm pretty sure that everyone has it. And if you don't have it, it's okay. I feel like the hype has died down a little bit. Then I have the Mally Beauty highlight. This is a little itty bitty one that I absolutely love. This is in the shade Stardust. And let me give you guys a little bit of a swatch. This is super reflective, super pretty. I'm not sure if you guys can see that too well, but see how pretty it is? It's a really nice highlight, and it's really reflective. And yes, I really do like it a lot. Then, last but not least, I have this one that I use a lot. This is the Kylie Jenner Loose Highlight in the shade Santorini. You guys know how much I love this. It's a very loose highlighter, but I use the product that's on the lid, and in that way, I'm able to create like this very beaming highlight. Like, look at that. That will give you like a wet highlight effect. This is probably like one of the top highlighters in this video, in my opinion. It is very good. Excellent quality. It's very finely milled, so it doesn't really emphasize too many pores or like anything like that. Beautiful product. I absolutely love it. I've used it for a very long time, and it's one of my top highlighters. I probably should do like a top 5 highlighters video, maybe a little bit of an updated one, because I did one a little bit ago, but I haven't done one recently, so I will try all these out again. I will make sure that I'm like really using all these highlighters a lot, and I will let you know in a future video the top 5 highlighters in my collection. So yeah, that is the end of this video. I hope you liked this one, and I hope you found it informative. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye guys.